In this step, we'll take an in-depth look at creating and editing a template. Let's get started. Jump into step 1. You can see his template, highlight blue here in the upper left-hand corner. And there are both horizontal and vertical templates. Some of the templates are editable. Any templates you have created are editable. And you could click here and it would pop up and you could move some things around or resize things. But instead, let's take a look at creating a new template from scratch. So we'll click on the plus button. We'll type in a name and we'll make sure that we've selected a vertical template, which is what we want. Here is our template creation window, and over here on the left we have a lot of different items that we can drop in to create our sign. Let's start at the top, and the first image or the first widget is called background. And we can add a background picture or a background color. So let's navigate to a background picture. And we'll add that. It's important to note that the background image you choose should be 1920 by 1080 because otherwise it will become stretched. So keep that in mind when you're choosing a background picture. When you're adding photos later, you can choose the size, but the background is the full size. Then let's take a look at the next widget, and it's video. Now the video block, and most of these blocks, can just be grabbed and dragged around on the screen and resized manually. All the changes will be reflected over here on the left side. You can see that this is at coordinate X, Y, and then the width and the height are displayed. When you're choosing your sizes, you should have prepared yourself by knowing what size photo or video you're going to use. So you probably would rather just type in a size and hit the enter key. Don't just click away, be sure to hit the enter key and it will resize. And then you will have it perfectly sized to fit your video or image. Now the video section can hold either videos or photos, but you'll see the image section, which you can add one now. Once again, just click it, grab it, resize it. The image section can only hold images. The video section can hold video or images. And you are limited to one video section. You can see it's grayed out now. So we'll drag that into place. And if I was making the sign for real, I would now be typing in exact digits, but we're just going to kind of wing it for the purposes of this demonstration. The next option below image, and as I mentioned before, we can add multiple images, so perhaps you have a logo or something else you wanted to put down here, you could add that image. We don't need to do that. I'll right click and delete. The next block is static text, and that's pretty self-explanatory, of course. You can drag your text field where you might want it, and then you will be adding text and changing the font in the editing step, which we'll get to in the next video. If we go down to the next one, there's a date widget that you can add. There's a time widget that you can add, and those will just display the date and the time in kind of a plain format on your screen. Moving down, we have the logo section. Now the logo section is really sort of an image box, but it can't be sized too much. So if you have a little logo, you might use the logo box to make it kind of self-explanatory for yourself, but generally you're probably just going to use the image boxes instead of the logo box. And finally, we have what is called text, which in fact is misnamed and really is scrolling text. So if you want scrolling text, you'll take that and you'll place that where you want it, probably stretch it out so it'll fit the screen and your text can scroll on and off both sides of your screen. Once you have made your template, you click Save, and you're all set. That pretty much covers the template creation. Like I said before, if later you've decided you need to make some changes, maybe you don't want the scrolling text, you can just click on Edit, you can come in, you can delete that, and then you can resave it. Not all the templates are editable. Some of the templates that have come with the software do not have that little mark at the top, so you have to take a look and click on them, and you'll see if it has the pencil icon, you are able to edit it. And you are also able to hit a preview button and preview the template, although that doesn't really show you too much more than just taking a look at the template. In the next video, we'll take a look at how to add photos, slideshows, videos, and text to your sign. Thanks for listening.